Hello everyone, this is Zangad from Model Shark Studio in the Unity Asset Forum. This video will show you how to integrate melee weapon damage with UFPS and destroy it. So what I've done at this point is I imported destroy it and then I imported UFPS. One of the things UFPS does when it imports is it creates these layers. And one of these layers in particular is something that overlaps with DestroyIt. So what I'm going to do is make a new layer called DestroyIt Debris. And that way it won't interfere with the debris layer that UFPS uses on layer 29. And then I need to go into the code for DestroyIt and change all the references of debris to DestroyIt Debris, and then this will be fixed. And I'm going to do this for the next version of DestroyIt, so you don't have to worry about doing this every time going forward. So anyway, I'm going to switch over to my code, go in here, and actually I'm just going to search, do a global find on and I'm going to even change the comments. And I'll change it here just to make it nice and consistent. Okay, save all. Back to Unity. Okay, next up, we're going to disable the first person controller because we're going to use the UFPS one. And in prefabs, players, hero. That's the one I used. There's several to choose from, but this one worked for me. And we want to put a weapon, and I use the mace as our melee weapon. So I'm going to drop that here and put it up off the ground a little bit. So I'll be able to run over it and pick it up. So then I'll test that out real quick. Alright, good deal. So at this point, the only thing it does is knock things around. So we'll change that. So switching over to our code, we're looking in UFPS, base scripts, gameplay, player, local, and there is a melee weapon, melee attack. And in here is a ApplyDamage method on line 291 here. And that's what we're going to replace with what I've posted on the Unity Asset Forum. And I have it here. Alright, save all. And then there's a couple other changes we need to make. Okay, we need to disable the input manager. And that is on the game manager, this input manager, because if you don't disable this, then when you're pressing the left mouse button to attack, you'll be firing cannonballs and things like that. It's just it'd be kind of weird. You're going to instead be using the UFPS's input managers. So next up, we want to change the damage on the mace, and I chose to use force. as the way to do damage. You could just apply straight damage if you wanted to, but then the objects wouldn't have any kind of, they wouldn't fly apart or anything. It wouldn't look as cool. So here, this FP weapon melee attack script for the mace, instead of 1,000, because that's going to make it look like the Hulk smashing things, I'm going to do something more realistic of 150. So when I swing the mace, this is going to apply 150 force of essentially explosion damage to it, which is going to knock the pieces around a little bit. Not nearly as much as like the rocket blowing everything apart, but it'll be more like a mini explosion right where the mace hits. So it should give us a cool effect. Alright, and I think we're ready to test. Pick up my mace. And you can bash these, but these are just particle effects. So they're not nearly as interesting. We go over to this first one that's a destroyed prefab. And there we go. It breaks it apart. And one of these, let's see, this one has multiple meshes. So I should be able to, destroy the top. Then I can destroy the middle. And if I could get down to it, I could destroy the bottom. Knock the wall down. Cog boxes. If you notice, there's a spark that hits. This one, it just smashes it. This one, you even get the clinging debris. And notice how we knocked some of these shards way out here because they're lightweight. And this is a fun one. I like breaking the other guy's weapon. Yeah. There you go. What's he going to do with that? And this one's fun, knocking the tower down. So you can kind of disassemble something. And the tree. Takes a couple of whacks with that one. And last but not least, the chip away debris column. Knocking pieces off of it. And there you go.